Chris, Strat-o-matic, Delaware, bringing to you another double header of Dead Ball League. Getting this sucker wrapped up. Tonight we've got the 1919 Chicago White Sox visiting the 1905 New York Giants. Starting on the hill for the White Sox is going to be Dickie Kerr when the Giants take the plate. On the hill right now for the Giants, Christy Mathewson, one of the original Hall of Famers. IDJ, welcome to the chat. Glad you could make it in for as long as you are able to. A little bit of dead ball. Chicago White Sox visiting the Giants. And without any further ado, let's just get this party going. Eddie Collins leading off. 5-8 grounder to short. That's going to be Dolan at a 2 with a 1. That's a single. Don't even have to look. Leadoff single for Eddie Collins. A stealer. Bresnahan puts the hold. 111. Bucky Weaver comes up. He's going to swing. 5-10 grounder third X. Devlin is a 3 with a 9. Doubles up. 5-4-3, 2 away. Ken Castro, good evening. Dead ball is on. White Sox Giants. Final week of the Dead Ball League. 5-6 fly ball to center field for Shoeless Joe. That's one, well, not 1, 2, 3, but 1, 2, 3 batters are out. Go to the bottom of the first. Giants are up. Mike Turkey Donlin, center fielder. Dickie Kerr on the hill for the White Sox. 3-5 leads off with a triple. Well, we know how this is going to go. The Giants going to turn it on late in the season. As you can see in the league, I made a note here. Philadelphia is 12-4. Pittsburgh is 8-6. Both teams, Philadelphia commanding. Pittsburgh with a chance. New York cannot get first place. Chicago's got to win out. Philly's got to lose out. Probably not going to happen. Devlin, 4-5, draws a walk. So men at the corners, no outs for Dickie Kerr. Sam Mertz at the plate. Bad Bill Dolan. Yeah, we're going to put that on there. I'll interrupt play for that. Bad. All righty. Yeah, we'll do that. Sam Mertz. I put the names on the cards. 1-2 pops out behind first. That is 1 away for the Giants. George Brown. Oh, no, I'm very surprised by how well the 05 Giants are not doing against these teams. Someone had to be in the basement, but I didn't pick the 05 Giants to do it. 6-5, and that's going to be a 2-star single. Knocks Devlin around to third. Donlin is going to score RBI single for George Brown, right fielder. That brings us to Dan McGann, first baseman. 6-10. Oh, fly ball to center field. That is deep enough that Devlin is going to score. RBI sac fly for Dan McGann. 2 away. Roger Bresnahan, the catcher. 1-9. Fly out to center, and that's going to end the inning. But the Giants plate 2 runs. They get it started early, and hopefully they can keep it going. Top of the second, White Sox. Chick Gandil leading off against Christy Mathewson. 3-7 grounder to third. That's 1 away. Hackfelsh, center fielder. 2-11 grounds to short. 2 down. Nemo Leibold. 6-7 strikeout. Mathewson's first victim. 1, 2, 3 Sox go down in order. Bottom of the second, Billy Gilbert, second baseman. I have no idea why I overlooked him and had Strang at second for the whole season so far. I really don't know why I did that. Talk about a brain fart. Billy Gilbert facing Dickie Kerr. 3-8 pops it up to third. Out number 1. Bad Bill Dolan. Any good or bad? I just like watching the games. Well, I'll tell you what. I've learned a lot about these teams as we go, especially keeping an eye on what's going on in the chat. A lot of cool stuff gets talked about these teams. I just love researching the era of baseball. Dolan pops out to short. Christy Mathewson 1-8 strikeout, and that's going to end the bottom of the second. Giants go down in order. And the more you watch and the more you play and the more you research and the more you learn. And that's a really cool thing about this. Wow, Bad Bill got ejected a lot. Cool. Okay. So if they're like way ahead, I'm going to have him like swing at the catcher's head for my brother. Ray Shock. Catcher leading off 1-2, fouls out behind the plate. That is 1 away. Easy play for Roger Bresnahan. Swede Risberg. 6-8 strikeout. Christy Mathewson in control in the early innings. Dickie Kerr at the plate. 3-8 will be a single for Dickie Kerr. Pitcher trying to help himself out, extends the inning, brings up Cocky Collins, the smartest man in the league. Schoolboy 3-6 flies out to right, and that is going to be out number 3. White Sox, nothing across the plate. We go to the bottom of the third. Back to the top of the order for the Giants. Mike Donlin, Art Devlin, Sam Mertz due up, facing Dickie Kerr. On the hill for the Sox, 6-7, grounder to short X. Risberg is a 2 with a 3. Scoops it up, gets it over to Gandil. That is out number 1. Art Devlin, third baseman. Here's the pitch, 4-12. Risberg X again, 2-11, and that's going to be scooped up and over to Gandil for out number 2. Sam Mertz, 4-6, pops it up behind third. Bucky Weaver hauls in the second. Sam Mertz pop out of the game. That's going to take us to the top of 4. Giants up 2-0. Bucky Weaver, third baseman, leading off, followed by Shoeless Joe and Chick Gandil. 2-12, flies out to right, 1 away. Shoeless Joe Jackson here. 3-3, grounder to third. Chick Gandil, first baseman, 1-3, pops up behind third. Sox have only had 2 hits so far in this game, but Christy Mathewson is, in effect, shutting him down. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Giants. George Brown leading off, followed by Dan McGann and Roger Bresnahan. 6-5, and that is going to be a single. Leadoff single for George Brown and Dan McGann. And Dan McGann is thinking about it. Nope, we're going to swing. He's a 299. Don't take the bat out of his hands. 3-5, fly ball to center field. Out number 1. Don't take the bat out of his hands. Bresnahan's a 302. Likewise. 5-12, grounder to first. Not able to get Brown at second. He got a heck of a jump. Now, first. Right? 5-12. Yeah. Here we go. Captain Whiteout saves the day. So we'll call that a 3. Unassisted. Gandil trots over, forces out Bresnahan. Brown moves to second, brings us to Billy Gilbert. 2 outs, 4-6, pops up to third his second time. Kind of a theme with some players. Mertz popped to third twice. Gilbert popped to third twice. All righty. We go to the top of the 5th. Hap Felsch, center fielder, leading off for the White Sox. Nemo Leibold in right, and Ray Shock, catcher. 2-11, grounds to short. Felsch does, out number 1. Nemo Leibold, right fielder. The pitch from Christy Mathewson, still on the hill for the Giants. 1-3, pops it up behind second base. Easy play for Billy Gilbert. That is 2 away. Ray Shock 1-6. Grounder to third. No problem for Art Devlin, showing great range on that play. White Sox are retired in order. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Bad Bill Dolan is going to be up, followed by Mathewson and Mike Turkey Donlin. So Dolan leading off. 1-5, grounds to third. Weaver to Gandil, routine ground ball. Christy Mathewson at the plate. That is a 1-12, pops out to third. Plus possible, 1-12. Line out to second. I was looking at Risberg's card. Ah, come on, Chris. L4. Alrighty, 2 outs. Mike Donlin. Center fielder, 1-3, pops up to second. Giants go down 1-2-3. Dickie Kerr seems to have settled into the groove after giving up 2 runs in the first 4 batters in the first inning there. Let's get these in order for the next inning. Swede Risberg, shortstop, leading off, followed by Dickie Kerr, and then back to the top of the order, Eddie Collins. 2-7, and that's going to break the ice. Triple for Swede Risberg. He's standing 90 feet away. Dickie Kerr at the plate. Dickie Kerr's doing squeeze. Dickie Kerr, it doesn't work. Runner on third is out. 10. Thrown out by first baseman. 3-2. Oh, goodness. The White Sox tried to make it happen. Eddie Collins got Dickie Kerr on first base. 4-3. Grounder to first X. That's going to be McGann is a 2 with a 2. That is a seeing eye single through the right side of the infield. Gets Kerr to second base. 2 men on, 1 out. Bucky Weaver comes up. He's going to swing. Mathewson, the windup, the pitch, 3-7. Bucky Weaver pops it up to third base. Art Devlin gets underneath it and makes the catch. 2 away. Shoeless Joe Jackson. Come on. 4-8. Fly to center. Out number 3. White Sox unable to capitalize on a good situation with the base runners. Maybe Kerr should not have laid down the bunt. We'll not know. Eddie Collins did have a single. Well, hindsight's 20/20. Bottom of the 6th. Art Devlin. 2-7. Grounds to third. That is 1 away. Weaver to Gandil. Sam Mertz, left fielder. 3-5. Single. 1 out single. He stops popping up to Bucky Weaver. Buck's like, come on, I'm over here. George Brown, 5-7. Grounder to second. That will be Collins is a 1 with a 19. Roll it again. 1 with a 12. And that's going to double up on Mertz and end the inning. 4-6-3. Giants have a 2-run lead going to the top of the 7th. Max Cornelius, welcome to the chat. Glad you can make it this evening, good sir. Hope all is well with you. Hope this day has found you well. Chick Gandil, first baseman, leading off top of the 7th. Giants up 2-0. 3-7. Hard grounder hit to third. Easy play for Devlin over to McGann. That is 1 away. Hap Felsch, center fielder. Christy Mathewson still on the hill. Grounder back to the box. Scoops it up over to Dan McGann at first. That is out number 2. Right fielder Nemo Leibold. 1-6, and he extends the inning with a single. The right fielder does. Ray Schott, catcher, comes up. Christy Mathewson like to get out of the inning unscathed. 5-7. Skinny single split on top. Misses it. Lines out hard to second. Billy Gilbert is there to make the catch. Go to the bottom of the 7th at the old ball game. Dan McGann, first baseman, 5th in the order, leading off. Catcher Roger Bresnahan and second bagger Billy Gilbert to follow. McGann, 4-5. Dickie Kerr is still on the hill. No reason to remove him. McGann leads off with a walk. Catcher Roger Bresnahan, he's going to swing at Kerr's pitch. Flies out to center for 1 away. Billy Gilbert, 247, 1 out. Near the bottom of the order. Swing. 111. Draws a walk. Men at first and second. Bill Dolan. He has got a ground ball. No ground ball A's near the middle at all. Nah, he does is 2-8. And Dickie Kerr is not giving up any ground ball A's in the middle. We're going to swing it for 9 off Kerr's card. Grounder to second. Not enough time to get McGann and Gilbert. It was a hard chopper past a mound. Able to get Dolan going to first for the second out. Advances McGann and Gilbert. Brings up Christy Mathewson. He's coming in to bat. 6-11 off Kerr's card. Fly ball right field X. That's going to be Leibold at a 2 with an 18. Fly ball out to Nemo Leibold. Gets underneath it, pounds his mitt, puts his glove up, and lets gravity do the rest. No runs scored for the Giants. We go to the top of the 8th. Your score is still New York Giants of 19-5. 2 runs. 1919 Chicago White Sox zip. Swede Risberg leading off. Christy Mathewson still on the hill. 4-8 fly ball to center field for Risberg. That's 1 out. Dickie Kerr, it's the 8th inning. Let him in. He's pitching well. 3-9, and he hits a single. Dickie Kerr, 2 for 3 so far on the day. Not bad for the pitcher. Eddie Collins, 1 out. Man on first. A slow man on first. 3-3 fly ball to right. That is 2 away. And Bucky Weaver at the plate. You need to make something happen here. 2-6. Just misses a single, split by 1. Lines out to second. And that is going to end the top of the 8th. And the White Sox are left with 1 more chance. And they will have the heart of their order at the plate. Bottom of the 8th, top of the order, Giants, Mike Donlin, Art Devlin, Sam Mertz due up. Kerr still on the hill for the Sox, 4-7. And there is a single to lead things off for Mike Donlin. A Steeler. Shock's going to put the hold on him. He takes him to a 111 safe. He's not going. Art Devlin, 6-4. Just misses that huge split. Does end up with a double. Donlin, 116. Rounding third, scoring. RBI double for Art Devlin. Giants go up 3-0. And the Chicago White Sox sunk just a little bit lower in their seats. Sam Mertz, man on second base and no out. 3-7. A 1-star single will advance Devlin to third, and Dickie Kerr with that is done. So he went 7 innings. Arg. Dickie Kerr is coming out of the game. Who's going to come in? John Sullivan. Ugh. He hasn't pitched yet, but ugh. Red Faber. It's going to have to be Red Faber. Men at first and third, no outs. George Brown, right fielder, at the plate. Going to pitch to him. 1-8 and clears the bases with a triple. Two more runs score for the Giants. Oh, yeah. Giants are doing this one. Dan McGann. 5-2. Pops up to first. First out of the inning. George Brown on third base. 1 out. Roger Bresnahan. 5-7. Grounder short X. Risberg is a 2 with a 19, and that is an error. E6. Brown scores an unearned run. No, it's not unearned. If another single comes up before the second out. I will have to remember that because I ain't fixing the circle. Anyway, Billy Gilbert, second baseman, facing Red Faber. 6-2, grounder to short. Risberg again, 2 with a 16. This time he does well, and they double up on Bresnahan. 6-4-3, so that indeed stands as an unearned run. However, it doesn't matter how they score them. When you get 4 in an inning with a 2-run lead and Christy Mathewson is your pitcher, things are looking good. To the top of the 9th, White Sox are down 6 runs. Yeah, Kerr put is right, Ken. Just not putting it out tonight. Joe Jackson. They got a long way to go. Mathewson still on the hill going strong. Shortstop X. Dolan is a 2 with a 4. Scoops it up over to Dan McGann, and that is out number 1. Chick Gandil. 5-8. That's going to be the exact same thing. Dolan is a 2 with a 16, and that is out number 2. Bill Dolan is dialing. Hap Felsch, center fielder, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Mathewson gets a sign in from Bresnahan. He likes what he sees. Here's the pitch to Felsch. 6-11, fly ball left field X. Back goes Sam Mertz. He's a 3 with a 20. Roll it again. 5. Gets underneath it. Slaps his glove, makes the catch, and that's going to be the end of the first ball game of this doubleheader. Ow. Shenanigans. The Giants are victorious. Score of 6-0. Well done, New York. Arr, 6-0. Nothing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Indeed. There were errors, and I did not mark them. So, E6, Risberg. So 1 error for Chicago, none for New York. Let's get the batting stats. Collins is 2 for 4. Weaver 0 for 4. It's going to be easy. Shoeless Joe 0 for 4. Chick Gandil 0 for 4. Hap Felsch 0 for 4. Leibold 1 of 3 with a strikeout. 0 for 3 Ray Schock. 1 of 3 Risberg. Strikeout and a triple. And Dickie Kerr 2 of 3. That's a 6-hit for Christy Mathewson, complete game, shutout, 9 innings, bank, bank, bank. Gave up 6 hits, no runs, struck out 2, walked none. And I'm going to presume you guys are going to agree with this for Christy Mathewson. If it's any different, I'll correct that. But I think that pretty much that does it right there. Christy Mathewson, player of the game. Mike Donlin, let's get the batting for the Giants so we can get the White Sox pitching more easily. Donlin, 2 of 4. 2 runs scored and a triple. Art Devlin, 1 of 3. 2 runs scored. 1 batted in, a double, and a walk. Sam Mertz, 2 of 4. Runs scored. George Brown, 3 of 4. Runs scored, 3 runs batted in. The triple. Da-dee-da-dee-da. Dan McGann, 0 for 2. Run batted in, sacrifice fly, and a walk. Roger Bresnahan, 0 for 4. Billy Gilbert, 0 for 3 with a walk. Bad Bill Dolan, 0 for 3. And Christy Mathewson, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So Faber went an inning. He gave up 1 hit. He gave up 2 runs. Three runs. Gave up 3. The one that would have been his responsibility due to the error, so none were earned. No walks, no strikeouts, no homers. So that means, well, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 hits for New York. So 7 of them were given up by Kerr. He allowed 3 runs. 5 of those were his responsibility. He walked 3, struck out 1. So, yeah, definitely Christy Mathewson, player of the game. Your final score for the first game of the doubleheader is New York 6, Chicago 0. So New York moves 6-9. Chicago moves to 6-9. Let's go ahead and get game 2 set. Da-dee-da. Faber goes down here. Eddie Seacott will be on the hill starting for the White Sox. And starting for the Giants is going to be Red Ames. McGinnity's got the night off, Iron Man. So let me change a batter card because Ames uses a 1. And let's get going for game 2 of this here doubleheader. A derble. I saw a derble. All righty. Yeah, video's still good. It's just catching up. Okay, cool. All right. So here we go. Eddie Collins leading off against Red Ames. 4-9 grounder to second X. Gilbert's a 2 with a 2. Will be a single for Eddie Collins. 1-15 Steeler. Bresnahan is going to put the hold on him. 1-11. Bucky Weaver swinging. 3-5 fly ball to left. That would have been a good one to bunt. Shoeless Joe, 351 in 1919. 3-7, and he gets a single, knocks Collins around to third. White Sox men at the corners. Early on Ames. Chick Gandil. He's going to swing 6-3 back to the box. Ames is a 2 with an 8. And Ames gets the ball. Ames is a 2. Ames wheels. He fires to Dolan, crossing second base, fires it over to McGann, and they turn 2 on Jackson, but Collins scores. Double play, 1-6-3, a run batted in. The third out. Run doesn't score. Of question, could the run score? No, because there's no rule for that. No, run didn't score. I think the run could score if you crossed the plate first, but no, we're not going to do that. That's going to end the inning. Captain Whiteout strikes back. Dear Lord. If I could do this, I'd be dangerous. Here we go. It's the great Whiteout. Yeah, that's going to show through on the other side and run seeing something. All right. Jerry, how is it going this evening? Good, sir. Glad you could make it to the chat. We've got some dead ball going on. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Chicago White Sox visiting the Giants. Go to the bottom of the first, and Mike Turkey Donlin leading off for the Giants. They won the first game 5-7, and Donlin leads off with a single. Art Devlin, third baseman, 1-5, and he's going to have a single of his own. Knocks Donlin around to third, so no outs men at the corners for the Giants. Sam Mertz, sacrifice, and that kind of worked. Infield single, knocks Devlin to second, brings home Donlin. Squeeze play by Sam Mertz. Giants go up 1-0, no outs, top of the first. George Brown, hit and run. That didn't work. Nope, ground ball. Batter is safe. Lead runner is out. Other runners advance a base. So that is 6-5. Fielder's choice for Brown. Mertz moves to second. 1 out. Dan McGann swinging away. Eddie Seacott on the hill for the White Sox. Pops up to third. That is out number 2. We are having a grand time, Jerry. I hope this day is finding you well, good sir. Yes, go Giants. They need to turn this around. 4-11, grounder to first. That's going to be Gandil is a 1 with a 19. Roll it again. That's a 16, and that is out number 3. Trots over. Forces Bresnahan at first, but the Giants do score a run. We go to the top of the second. Hap Felsch, 5th in the order, leading off, being followed by Nemo Leibold and Ray Schock. On the hill for the Giants, Red Ames, 2-9, fly ball to center. That is 1 away. Nemo Leibold, right fielder. Top of the second, 3-10, grounder to second. That's 2 outs. Easy play for Billy Gilbert. Over to Dan McGann. Ray Schock, 1-7, pops out to second. Gilbert gets underneath it, makes the catch. At the bottom of the second, and your score is 1-0 New York. Billy Gilbert will be leading off, followed by Bad Bill Dolan and Red Ames. Eddie Seacott on the hill. Knuckleball is going everywhere in the breeze today. 3-4 and goes outside. Gilbert draws a walk. Bill Dolan going to lay down the bunt for, and that is a 1-4 sacrifice. Gets Gilbert to second, 1 out. Man in scoring position for the Giants. Brings up Red Ames. Ames is going to bunt as well, and does so perfectly. That'll be a 3-4 sacrifice. Moves Gilbert around to third. And we go to the top of the order, Mike Donlin. It's up to him with 2 outs to bring Gilbert home. 3-5 does so. Base clearing triple. Giants go up 2-0. Art Devlin, third baseman, 2 outs. Eddie Seacott does not want this to happen. 3-7, fat single split, catches it like a champ. RBI single for Devlin. Scores Turkey Donlin. Sam Mertz is up. 2 outs. 2 runs plated so far. 2-11. Fly ball to left, and that's going to end the second inning. Giants score 2 more. And the offense is finally getting this thing going for the Giants. They've had a lot of low-scoring games. All right, here we go. Sweet Risberg leading off for the Sox. 1-3 pops out to short. Easy play for Bill Dolan. Eddie Seacott facing Red Ames. 6-7 goes down swinging at the knee cheese. Eddie Collins, 2 outs. 2-3 pops up to second. That's going to end Chicago's third inning. We go to the bottom of the bracket. George Brown batting 4th in the order, leading off for the Giants, being followed by Dan McGann and Roger Bresnahan, first and catcher respectively. Brown facing Eddie Seacott, 5-7, and leads off with a single. Dan McGann, 4-3, fly ball to left X. Jackson is a 1 with an 18. Shoeless Joe. Shoeless Joe fields it in front of him, boots it. Brown is going to get to third. McGann gets to second on an E7. Shoeless Joe with an error. 2 men in scoring position, none out. Bottom of the third, Roger Bresnahan. And they're going to walk him. Walk the bases loaded. Hopefully Gilbert a ground into a double play or something. 4-7 ground ball, second base X. Collins is a 1 with a 4, and that indeed allows a run to score. And allows McGann to get to third, but they double up on Bresnahan. 2 outs, facing Bill Dolan, a 242 batter. Probably the best possible outcome for this inning right there. Only 1 run with bases loaded. Ground ball back to the box. Yeah, Kid Gleason pulled that one off marvelously, calling for the walk, only giving up 1 run. Giants really could have blown that wide the heck open. Yes, it's Billy Gilbert finally. Thank you, Jerry, for pointing that out. Like I said before, I have no idea why on God's green earth I was not starting him all along. No clue. But it has been fixed. Bucky Weaver, third base. Maybe that's why the Giants are starting to win. 2-5. Bucky leads it off with a single. He's out there. He's screaming himself hoarse. Come on, Joe. Hit me around. Hit me around. He's yelling. Joe Jackson facing Red Ames. 2-4. Ground ball back to the box. 1-6-3. Bucky is kicking stuff all over the dugout. Chick Gandil, 2 outs. 1-11 pops up behind third, and that is going to be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Eddie Seacott has given up 4 runs so far. Maybe it is the reason they're winning. You never know. The team is finally whole. Red Ames leading off. 3-7 grounder to second. And then back to the top of the order for Mike Donlin and Art Devlin. 5-9. Donlin on Seacott's card will be a grounder to second. Collins to Gandil. Solid and steady in the middle. Eddie Collins. 2 away, Art Devlin, third baseman. 2-10. Hard grounder hit to Swede Risberg. Gets it over to Chick Gandil. That is out number 3. Giants are set down in order. Eddie Seacott with a good inning. But Kid Gleason is keeping an eye on him. His veteran and somewhat aging knuckleballer. Hap Felsch leading off. Top of the 5th. 5-3 grounder to short. It's an X. Dolan is 2 with a 12. Scoops it up. Gets it over to Dan McGann. And that is 1 away. Nemo Leibold, right fielder. 2-8, grounder to third. Easy play for Devlin. Over to McGann. That is 2 out. Ray Shaw, catcher. 5-8 goes down swinging, and that is the White Sox being retired in order. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Third in the order, Sam Mertz, left fielder, leading off, being followed by right fielder George Brown, first baseman Dan McGann. Mertz, the pitch from Seacott, 4-6, lead off double. Gleason is sending signals out to the bullpen. Get someone warmed up. Eddie sees it. Eddie pounds his fist, looks to second base to hold Mertz close, back into Ray. Gets the signals in. Brown at the plate. Here we go. 5-4. And that is a fly ball to left field. 1 away. Dan McGann. 1-5 RBI single. That is 5 runs, and that may be enough for Eddie Seacott. Unfortunately, that may be enough for Eddie Seacott right there. Let's go with Bill James. So we'll leave that right there. We'll write in James. So it's James versus Ames. Eddie went 4 1/3. Very uncharacteristic baseball game for him. He has done so well in this league, leading the league in ERA, innings pitched, complete games, shutouts, I believe. Eddie Seacott has been the man in this league, and the Giants are rocking him. The 6-9 Giants, the were 5-9 Giants. The at one point were the 1-5 Giants. Giants may be waking. Dan McGann is not up. He had the RBI single. Roger Bresnahan facing Bill James. 4-11 draws a walk. His second walk of the day. 1 against each pitcher. Billy Gilbert, 1 out. Minute first and second. The pitch from James. 5-5. Pops it up to short. That will be 2 away, bringing Bad Bill Dolan. 5-8, fly ball to right. So James does get them out of the inning. I'm going to go to the top of the 6th, Swede Risberg leading off. Bill James up second, and then Eddie Collins. Risberg takes the pitch from Red Ames, 2-9, fly ball to center. That is 1 away. Yep, bye-bye, Eddie. It made it all the way down, but where are my backups? There are my backups. I dropped a white die, but I have Strat-o-matic dice, yes, for that very reason. Oh, let's pour some out. Grab the white one. There we go. Bill James, 5-11, grounder to short X. That's going to be Dolan at a 2 with a 14. Gets the out. 6-3, 2 away. Butter Bench FB, how is it going? Good evening, sir. Here we go. Question. Hey, Chris, I was wondering how you get the perfect camera positioning when you play Strat. Just curious. There is... And remind me when this is over, I'll show it to you. If you can hang around to the end of the game, it's not a tripod. I was using a tripod with a piece of all thread and a coupler nut on the end of it, and the sucker would bounce like crazy. But I finally found something, and I got it for the opening day trip, so we would be able to have something more sturdy for the hotel room, and it's really worked well. So stick around to the end after the stats if you can, and remind me, and I will show you the setup here, okay? Al Red Sox fan, welcome in. Al Red Sox fan, good friend of the check out his channel. Al Space Red Sox fan, fantastic sports stuff going on his channel. Check him out, guys. Welcome to the chat, Al. Eddie Collins, Lee, we've got 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Fly ball to center X. That's going to be Donlin at a 2 with an 11. And that's going to drop in for a single. Eddie Collins with a base knock. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Down by 4, the White Sox are. Bucky Weaver. Red Ames on the hill. 5-4. Ground ball to short X. Donlin's getting a lot of X rolls. 217, but he makes good on that one. Flips it over to Gilbert. Ends the inning. No run scored for the White Sox. Again. You go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Giants are ahead. Again. But yeah, definitely, Butterbench, remind me. You know, I'll show you the setup I've got here. Alrighty, bottom of the 6th, Red Ames leading off 4-5 on Bill James' card, relieving for the beleaguered Eddie Seacott. Grounder to second, 4-3, 1 away. Mike Turkey Donlin, 6-6, draws a walk using the wrong pen. Something to make it red. So Donlin is on first. Shock is going to put the hold on him. Drops him 1-11 safe to steal. He's not going to steal. And Art Devlin is going to bunt. And Art Devlin is going to beat out the bunt. Infield base hit. As good as a steal. Then at first and second, 1 out. Sam Mertz, 279 batter, is going to swing 1-5. And they double up on Devlin. That's going to get the White Sox out of the inning. 1-5 was shortstop. 6-4-3. We go to the top of the 7th. White Sox are running out of time. Mike McAllister. Yes, get the white out. Mike, I'm glad you can make it this evening. How's it going, sir? Itinerant Hobbyist, another great channel. Check him out. He's got a whole lot of tutorials and such on board games, war simulations, such as the Avalon Hill type of game. Great channel. Check him out. And Itinerant Hobbyist. Capital I, capital H, all one word. I'm not spelling itinerant. There's a dictionary. Look it up. Anyway, we go to the top of the 7th. White Sox, heart of the order, Joe Jackson. Facing Red Ames, 4-8, and he gets high on that split, rolls a 1. That's a leadoff single for Shoeless Joe. Chick Gandil behind him, 290 batter. He's going to swing. 4-9, grounder, second base X. Gilbert's a 2 with a 10, and they're going to double up on Shoeless Joe. 4-6-3, second double play that Chick Gandil has grounded into. No, he's not throwing the game. Hap Felsch, 3-5, gets a walk to extend the inning, brings up right fielder Nemo Leibold, grounded to second, grounded to third, his first 2 times up. Red Ames still on the hill for the Giants. 1-7 single. That gets Felsch to second, 2 outs, going 117 to third. He makes it. Men at the corners. White Sox with a chance at least to get a run across. Ray Schock, 282 batter in 1919. 5-9 on Ames' card. Draws a walk to load the bases. Brings us to Swede Risberg, number 8 in the order of the shortstop. Here is the pitch from Ames. 1-8, misses the single. Lines out to third. Ends the inning. Bases loaded. 2 outs. White Sox cannot do it. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th at the old ball game. All righty. George Brown, right fielder, 4th in the order, leading off. 3-9, and that is a strikeout. Dan McGann, 4-6, fly ball to center. Roger Bresnahan, 3-3, flies out to left. 1-2-3 go the Giants in rather unspectacular fashion. Going to go to the top of the 8th, and I do believe we're going to see a pinch hitter come in for the White Sox. And I think it's going to be that Eddie Murphy guy. The guy who only had 35 at-bats, but the guy who had a 486 average. He's a really good pinch hitter, and I should have done his card better. See if I can fix it sometime. But anyway, Red Ames on the hill. Let's get this fixed. Da-dee-da. So James went 2 2/3. We got Murphy coming in, pinch hitter. He is a 112 base running, a B stealer, Red Ames with the windup and the pitch. 5-8 on his own card, strikeout. Such a build-up and then whiff. Eddie Collins, second baseman, top of the order, 1 away, 4-12, fly ball left field X. Mertz is a 3 with an 11 fly ball. Sam Mertz, it drops in past him, close to the wall, and that's going to be a double for Eddie Collins. The White Sox with some life here. They got some business. Bucky Weaver, 6-8 strikeout. That is 2 away. Shoeless Joe. Eddie Collins wants to score. 5-7 strikes out Shoeless Joe. 351 batter in the regular season in 1919. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th, and we're going to have a new pitcher for Chicago. Near the bottom of the order. They're probably going to take advantage of one of their higher ERA guys in this instance, I think. Maybe bring in Erskine Meyer. 8.25 ERA, so no, he's not made an appearance in this league yet. But he is today. Mayer. New pitcher. Billy Gilbert, second baseman. The score is now, yes, the score going to the bottom of the 8th. New York Giants 4, Chicago White Sox 0. I announce that occasionally, and I haven't lately, so thank you, Mike. Yeah, that card does look like a lot of red actions, and I've done it using the white out, and the ones I've done later look a whole lot better, so I probably just need to redo some of these. Anyway, bottom of the 8th, Billy Gilbert facing Erskine Meyer, 5-5, catches that fat single split. Bill Dolan. He's going to bat against Meyer. 6-8 fly ball to center. That is 1 away. Red Ames is going to face the pitcher. Starter against reliever, 2-9. That's going to be a hard grounder to first. They're going to double up on Gilbert. Call that a 3-6-1. Inning-ending double play. So at the end of 8 innings, your score, New York Giants 4. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, they've got 5. I didn't mark that one. That happens sometimes. 1, 2, 3. 5th inning got a run. Yeah, the whiteout. Your score is 5-0. Top of the 9th. Do or die for the White Sox. They are down by 5 runs. Chick Gandil facing Red Ames. Ames is in for the long haul unless things go south and doesn't look like it. Strikeout. That is 4 out of the last 5 batters he has struck out. Coming on heavy late in the game. Half Felsch 1 away. Top of the 9th. Sox down by 5. 2-5. Another strikeout. Finds the hole on Felsch's card. And here we go. Nemo Leibold, right fielder, 302 batter in 1919, facing Red Ames, 274 ERA. 2-12, grounder to second, and that's going to end the game right there. That is the end of the old ball game. We'll put them there. Let's pick these cards up and we'll do some stats. And then I'm going to show you, hey, Mike, have a good evening. BJ, welcome to the chat. Came in at the tail end, but better late than never, brother. Great couple of games. Giants pull off 2 wins. So I'm going to get this sorted out. We're going to do some stats and then going to show what I got from Amazon to have this fantastic view over my table. No, you go back here. All right. And then Donlin, you're going to go there. Remove the batter's hitting card. Red Ames, complete game win. Red Ames, just like Mathewson, complete game and shutout. Let's see, 1 inning for Meyer. Loss goes to Seacott. Win is going to be Ames, complete game, shutout, win. 9 innings. Your final score was 5-0. 1 error by Shoeless Joe. No errors by New York. Let's get the Chicago batting for the New York pitching. But, yeah, Butterbench has got it already. So does Jerry Ball. Ames, player of the game. Yep, complete game win shutout. That's kind of hard to beat. The starting pitchers get it a lot in the dead ball league. Tonight is no exception. All right. So much for suspense. Eddie Collins is 3 of 4 with a double. Bucky Weaver is 1 of 4, struck out 1 time. Shoeless Joe, 2 of 4, struck out once. Chick Gandil, 0 for 4, strikeout. Hap Felsch, 0 for 3, strikeout and a walk. Nemo Leibold, 1 of 4. Ray Schalk, 0 for 2, strikeout and a walk. Swede Risberg, 0 for 3. Eddie Seacott, 0 for 2, strikeout. And Eddie Murphy, 0 for 1, strikeout. That is 7 hits for Chicago. So Red Ames, 7 hits, no runs. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batters and walked 1, 2. Struck out 7 batters. Streak of 4 in a row here in the 8th and 9th inning. And 1 to lead off the 8th inning. So 5 out of 6 batters, separated only by Eddie Collins' double. Very dominating late in the game. Red Ames was bringing it the whole time. Giants, Turkey Donlin, 2 of 3. 2 runs scored, 1 run batted in, triple and a walk. Art Devlin, 3 of 4. Run batted in. Sam Mertz, 2 of 4. Run scored, run batted in, double. George Brown, 1 of 4. Run scored, strikeout. Dan McGann is 1 of 4. Run batted in. Roger Bresnahan, 0 for 2. Walked twice. Billy Gilbert, 1 of 3. Run scored, walk. Bill Dolan, 1 of 3. Sacrifice hit that helped to lead to that run in the 2nd inning. Gilbert walked. Dolan sacrificed him to 2nd. Ames sacrificed him to 3rd. Donlin with a base-clearing triple to drive him in. Devlin single to drive him in. So 2 good runs right there in the 2nd inning to really seal the deal, as it were. Sacrifice hit. And Red Ames 0 for 3 with a sacrifice hit. So they had 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 base hits. 5 runs on 12 hits. 1 hit given up by Meyer in the 8th. Let's see. James with a walk, 2 walks, a single, and a strikeout. No runs. So hit, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Okay. That's going to be 5 runs for Eddie Seacott. All earned. 10 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4 walks. So 2 are his. No strikeouts. No home runs. So there is your final for this game, the second game. Then Strat game 17, LA and Houston. Kenny, that's right, doing it. Yeah, definitely the pitcher. He went the distance. So your final score for this game, New York Giants 5 of 1905. 1919 Chicago White Sox 0. Now, guys, this may look dizzy for a moment, so look away from your screen so I can get this sucker off of here real quick. Because I'm going to spin it around so I can show you guys the setup we've got here. All righty. This is the contraption that I got from Amazon. And I've got a 12-second delay, so I'm hoping it's going to show. Maybe I should turn that up a little bit. It's got a little clamp down here. It's got the 2-arm with the springs, the fold, and it can fold either way. It can articulate almost 360 degrees. Comes out. It has the 1/4 tripod bush with a locking ring on it. This can be adjusted as well up a little bit. You're not seeing the top of it. But this is what I mean, man, I get it right on top of the game board. It's the tabletop. It stays solid. Really, really the best pickup I've made for the channel so far. And you can see over here, I got my pegboard handy. I've got pitchers batting cards I hang there. I've got chart that I can put there. I've got bags of dice for the different games. And this is the tabletop, and I've got the computer over here, nice and handy. And over here on this side, I got these shelves from Amazon as well. And I can put all kinds of stuff right here so I can grab it. So I've really, really vamped up Strat Central, you know. So that's the quick little tour. That is where the magic happens, baby. Yeah, I love the setup, man. I really do. I mean, could not have gotten it set up any better, in my opinion. And I'm going to try to get this so you guys can see me while I'm straightening stuff up. Yeah, there we go. So that way you guys get to see me for a change. Oh, let's go through and let's thank everybody who came in. Jerry Ball and Ken Castro, the Whiteout Patrol. Glad you guys were in the chat this evening. Max Cornelius, Butterbench FB, Al Red Sox fan just left. Glad he could make it in. IDJ, BJ Wanlin, great group tonight. Mike McAllister took off earlier. The winner of the Strat-O-Matic Delaware giveaway, he should be getting his cards in the next couple of days, I really hope. Man, I'm so glad I was able to do that for Mike. I'm glad Ken offered to give it to Mike. Now, that was fantastic. And once he suggested it, I went right along with it. Not a worry in my mind. It was perfect. Doody-doo. That pretty much itinerant hobbyist came in. Glad you could make it. Max, I know I mentioned you, but just in case, I want to say it again. Max Cornelius. Had a really good turnout this evening. ID Jester was in the house. Fantastic. Glad he was able to make it. So, yeah, I mean, I've got everything. And as long as the brain is screwed on right, it's not a problem at all. I mean, things go pretty smoothly up here. They really do. You know, I've got my whiteout handy right here. Oh man. So how have you guys been doing? How much did the stand cost? It was on Amazon. It was like $18, $19. Not that much at all. No shipping with Prime. It was about a $19 pickup. And I also got a couple of other things while I was at it, which I haven't used, but I'll use at some point, I know. Got a chip clip with the tripod. It's got the ball head on it and this thumb screw here to secure it into position. And it's got the locking ring for the 1/4 tripod bush as well. And we didn't use it. I was really thinking about going high on the hog, but I didn't want a 4.5-hour video of Ron and I in the car on the computer. No, I'm not buying whiteout in bulk. That starts next year. And we didn't do it, but if I ever need to, I also picked up a suction cup. Flip that, pull the suction on it, and it's got a ball head as well right here with the 1/4 tripod bush and the locking ring on it and the thumb wheel down here in order to secure the ball head in whatever position I put in it. So I've just got some things that I might need to use at some point, but now I've got them if I ever need them. So, you know. And these two, along with it, I believe the total for the tripod and these two other camera mounts might have been $40, maybe. No, Jerry Ball, I have Granger on dial, and they have the white out. I so love you guys. I really do. You have no idea how much I love you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's a good Ken, Jerry. That's a good boy. Oh, man. Yeah, the shelves behind me, probably the most expensive part, probably about $35, maybe $40. $35, I'm thinking. But I was to the point where I had another roll-around cart and this table that the computer is on, and all of my top space was being taken up by projects laying around, and I needed more room. So I bit the bullet and I got these. And I've got some of these for my closet whenever I use it to double as a dark room. But this, no, just having the extra space to put stuff, and everything is handy and right where it needs to be. And tomorrow I'm getting more of those baggies that I put the cards in, so I get to organize more cards. Yay. Write team information on them, team, win-loss record, manager, stadium, stuff like that. Kind of like I did with the, well, with all of the cards that you've seen the past little while. Example here is the 1960 Chicago Cubs. Manager Charlie Grimm through May 4th. Lou Boudreau, May 5th and on. Played in Wrigley Field, 60 and 94, 7th place. And I've got that information right in this little spot here. These are 4x6 zip bags, and the Strat-o-matic cards fit in them just perfectly. And I got 3 100-count packages of those coming from Amazon. They were about $6 a piece. But I have got so many cards, not nearly as many as some people, but I've got enough that I just need to start to address storage. Same with the games. I've got the hockey sitting out when I get back to the King of the Hill. At some point I will, but I need to get some other things done first. But yeah, the cost of this was not that bad. And I didn't want the 3 because it may have only come up to about here. I wanted something a little taller, a little more storage. And honestly, I might be able to get a couple of these shelves and some more of the things that you clasp around here, so that way I've got even more shelves anyway, you know? Oh, yeah, the portion control bags. The hockey cards are a little tighter fit. Well, that's why I get the larger ones. Like I said, these are, and you can do a search on Amazon, they're 4x6, 4x6 zip bags. And they hold the Strat-o-matic cards perfectly. There's plenty of space. You're not folding corners, taking them in and out past the zip. It's just, you know, it's wee little things that make it a whole lot better. I've got larger boxes here. I keep the Strat cards in. I've got a second box here, a Granger box, and I'm going to be putting the new cards in. I got my payoff pitch stuff in this box right back here. I've got the board game boxes right there. I've got extra stuff on the bottom. Old football encyclopedia, baseball encyclopedia, and old projects as well. I've got my scanner right here on the shelf underneath the PC if I need it. I've got my paper cutter down here on the bottom shelf. I've got a place to put my foot up if I need to. So Strat Central, it's lovely. I love it. I've got it the way that I want it. I've got it the way that I want it to be for now until I need more. For the Dead Ball League, Ken, it's going to be number 1 against number 2. It's going to be best of 7. Number 1 home field advantage, just like the World Series, the way it's going to be set up, where it's going to be number 1 is home for 1, home for 2, away for 3, away for 4, away for 5 if needed, home for 6 if needed, home for 7 if needed. And right now, you have the New York Giants are 7-9. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 8-6. So that puts them 2 games behind. Pittsburgh loses 2 and goes to 8-8. New York wins 2 and goes to 9-9. They are tied. But Pittsburgh has 6 more games to play. And at 7-9, the Giants have 4 more to play. The doubleheaders that are coming up in this final week. Up to 23 boxes of cards. Yes, I need boxes of. I need to buy the cards to fill that many boxes. Even if I never play with them, I want to have them. It's like, I want cards. I want Strat. I can't have enough. I can't wait for the dead ball playoffs either. That's why I'm trying to blitz through this final week. I've got a few more double headers, and that's going to take us to the postseason and the dead ball series. So, guys, that's pretty much it. I am glad you were able to make it to the chat this evening. No, we got a little sidetracked talking about stuff, but yeah, well, that's the way it is. And still with all that talking, only an hour and 10 minutes. That's not too bad. I'm happy with that. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take off, go downstairs, and spend some time with my kids. I don't know why. All they do is eat my food. And, guys, this is Chris, Strat-o-matic, Delaware. Jerry, you are welcome. I'm glad I was able to do this for you guys. I really am. Makes me happy just to be able to play in the first place, but to have people out there that enjoy sharing it with me. Ken, you are welcome. Guys, have a wonderful evening and keep on rolling.